can death really be painted?
I think death is unacceptable, but it seems to happen to everyone. And a year back, it happened to me, or it happened to my father, to be precise, who was suddenly struck down by cancer, and he withered away desperately in the course of 4 weeks, and just disappeared.
And you were, during those 4 weeks, you were there all the time?
We were there all the time. We were sitting by the bed, and we watched him fade away, consciously, unconsciously, panicky as he was. It was a gruesome journey, and I think it took about 4 weeks from his diagnosis until he was gone. And I spent a lot of my time making little sketches just to calm myself, pencil sketches with a very poor precision, and I took some photographs as well. Because I thought that, in the middle of preparing for a show, and this happens to you, then I think the rest of the work would definitely have to reflect that experience. If not, then who are you if that doesn't hit you, then what does? And so I went into a state of muteness, basically, because I wasn't able to. I couldn't find the form and the shape of this image. It started as pure raw emotion, and then it took a while. I think it took me 5 months. So I put everything on hold for 5 months until I had this portrait of my father dying on his deathbed. And of course, the problem with this is that portraiture disappears in the face, or the possibility of painting a proper portrait that you can recognize, where you can recognize the person being painted. That possibility disappears completely when someone is dying, because whatever makes him look like your father, that goes away. That's all in the muscle tone.
But the very strange thing is, I lost my father too, and that could be a portrait of my father dying. It's like you painted death.
Yeah, it's like death itself, and I think that's interesting. I've seen several pictures of dead fathers in the year that passed, and they're all so similar. This is very similar, like a newborn baby, similar to other newborn babies. Then the dying father is like the archetype of the dying father.
I know your father's death was gruesome, and still you painted it with a certain lightness.
Yes, I wanted that. I wanted that type of lightness. I wanted this to be something that could have been, that could have had like the light rendering of a sergeant, maybe, or a Manet, maybe, like something that seems to be like rolls easily off the brush and onto the canvas. And it took me many months to achieve that. I wanted this picture to be respectful and not too horrid, but still be an honest rendition of what it actually looked like and what it felt like to see him fade.
And once this portrait was finished, you knew that this exhibition would happen.
Yes, and I knew that the contents of this show would be different than what I thought. I thought it would be a show purely about vitality and adolescence, but death came in and with its disruptiveness, and so the show had to change. And I knew that every single picture from this one and out will have this experience with it.